the city's rot. The story begins in Ironclad City, a metropolis drowning in corruption. Politicians are bought, police are on payrolls, and gangs rule the streets. Amidst the chaos, one man, Marcus Kane, a former Special Forces operative, watches helplessly as his neighborhood decays. He has tried to live quietly, but violence keeps finding him. The breaking point: Marcus's younger brother, Daniel, a community organizer, is gunned down in a drive-by orchestrated by a rising gang leader known as Viper. The police dismiss it as street violence, refusing to investigate. Grief turns to rage, and Marcus realizes the law will never deliver justice. That night, something inside him snaps. The mask of vengeance. Marcus fashions crude armor and a mask from military gear he once swore never to wear again. Armed with tactical knives, a collapsible baton, and improvised weapons, he begins patrolling his block. Whispers spread through the underworld of a shadowy figure hunting criminals. The people call him the Street Avenger. First blood. The Avenger strikes at a drug den tied to Viper's crew. The fight is brutal, efficient, and leaves no survivors. The city awakens to blood on the concrete and a message scrawled in crimson. Justice lives here. Gangs panic, but some citizens cheer. The Avengers' war has begun. The Detective Lena Torres, one of the few uncorrupted cops left, is assigned to the case. She sees the Avengers' brutality as dangerous, but she secretly admires his results. While superiors order her to bring him down, Lena suspects she might need him more than she realizes. Viper's wrath. Viper, furious at his men being slaughtered, doubles his forces and begins targeting innocent people to bait the Avenger out. Entire neighborhoods fall into fear. Marcus watches news footage of grieving families and feels his crusade slipping into chaos. But still, he refuses to stop. The mentor's warning. Marcus visits his old military mentor, Colonel Briggs, for guidance. Briggs warns him that vengeance consumes men faster than bullets ever could. Marcus insists he's doing this for justice, but Briggs sees the obsession in his eyes. Before leaving, Briggs gives him a final piece of advice. If you become a monster, there's no turning back. Blood in the alley. The Avenger is ambushed in a back alley by Viper's assassins. The fight is relentless, Marcus taking brutal wounds, barely surviving. For the first time, he realizes he isn't invincible. As he lies bleeding in the shadows, a child from the neighborhood drags him to safety, saving his life. A symbol to fear, Marcus upgrades his gear, forging a more terrifying suit designed to strike fear into criminals. Dark body armor, sharpened gauntlets, and a mask that hides every trace of humanity. When he returns to the streets, gangs scatter before he even strikes. The legend of the Street Avenger grows. The double life. By day, Marcus tries to keep his civilian identity intact, working a menial job and supporting his grieving mother. By night, he's consumed by his crusade. Lena Torres begins piecing together clues, noticing Marcus's injuries match those of the Avenger. She starts tailing him, torn between duty and sympathy. Viper's counterstrike. Viper captures civilians, lives streaming executions while demanding the Avenger face him. Marcus is torn. Every step closer risks his identity, but every delay costs innocent lives. He storms the hideout, leaving a trail of broken bodies, but Viper slips away. The city bleeds while the Avenger chases shadows. The line crossed. During an interrogation, Marcus goes too far, beating a gang lieutenant nearly to death. Detective Torres arrives too late to stop it, horrified by his brutality. She confronts Marcus, warning him he's becoming no better than the men he hunts. For the first time, Marcus doubts his path. The ghost of Daniel. That night, Marcus dreams of his brother, Daniel, accusing him of staining his memory with blood. He wakes shaken, questioning if vengeance has blinded him. Yet when he hears of another family slain by Viper's crew, his rage reignites. Justice, he convinces himself, demands sacrifice. 14. The inside job. Lena uncovers proof that city officials are secretly funding Viper's gang to keep chaos alive, profiting from fear. She reluctantly joins forces with the Avenger, realizing his war has uncovered the city's darkest rot. Together, They prepare to strike at the core of the corruption. 15. Into the fire. The Avenger and Torres launch an assault on a skyscraper owned by Viper's benefactors. Explosions tear through floors, henchmen fall one by one, and Marcus fights like a man possessed. But Torres sees his bloodlust. He kills not just to survive, but because he wants to. 16. Viper's face. Finally, Marcus confronts Viper at the top of the skyscraper. The gang lord reveals the truth. He didn't kill Daniel out of business, but because Daniel was about to expose the corruption. Viper mocks Marcus, calling him a pawn in a bigger game. Rage boils over, and Marcus nearly kills him on the spot. Torres plea. Torres stops Marcus mid-kill, reminding him Daniel believed in hope, not murder. If he kills Viper now, he'll prove the system right, that men like him are nothing but monsters. Marcus hesitates, torn between vengeance and redemption, his mask reflecting both paths. The sacrifice. Before Marcus can decide, Viper detonates explosives hidden in the tower. In the chaos, Marcus shields Torres from the blast, taking the brunt of the explosion. Viper escapes into the night as the skyscraper burns, leaving the city to think the Avenger has perished. The legend rises. News spreads of the Avenger's death, and the city mourns while criminals celebrate. But in the shadows, survivors whisper that they saw him crawl from the rubble. Torres knows the truth. Marcus is still alive, healing and hiding. His war is not over. One man's war. Marcus, scarred and battered, reforges his armor. He no longer fights for vengeance alone, but to tear down the entire corrupt system. The city looks at the shadows with fear and hope, wondering if the Avenger still walks among them. And in the darkness, Marcus Kane swears, this war has only begun,